Alright guys, welcome back to my channel for my Let's Play series of Skyrim Special Edition. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait a second, last video we're in the middle of a dungeon, and now we're here. Well, my dumbass, so I paused the video in the middle of the dungeon, which is the end of the last video, and when I came back and finished the dungeon, I never hit record again. And I was just talking to myself, I guess, and I finished the dungeon and whatnot, and when I realized my mistake when I was ending the last video, it started recording, and I was like, oh shit. So I went back to see if I could pull up a auto save or a quick save file or something that was in that dungeon, and I would just refilm it. And I was in town and running around and doing stuff, and all my quick saves and auto saves were from well after the dungeon was completed, so there's no way for me to go back and redo it to show you the footage. But I'll just give you a recap of what happened. So me, Brynjolf, and Karliah, we caught up with Mercer Frey. He was stealing the eyes of the Falmer, but we killed him, got the eyes of the Falmer and the skeleton key, which was my original goal, to get that because it's an unbreakable lockpick. So we killed Mercer Frey, we got the skeleton key, we met up, reconvened back at the guild, and pretty much I think this is the last Thieves Guild quest, Darkness Returns, so we just have to return the skeleton key to the Twilight Sepulchre, so Nocturnal will stop cursing the Thieves Guild. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to go do that quest because the objective of me doing all these Thieves Guild quests was to hang on to the skeleton key for so long because I hate lockpicking. So what I think we're going to do, and what we haven't done in a very long time, is we're going to continue with the main story quest. We haven't done that in forever. So where we're at with that is we discovered that in the Blades Hideout Skyhaven Temple, the Alduin was defeated before with a special shout. So I have to go see the Greybeards to see if they know about this shout. So that's where we're at. Sorry for the little recap, but give me a few beers and I forget to hit record. But it's okay. My one people that one or two people that watch my videos probably won't care. Alright, so we're gonna go to High Hrothgar and ask the Greybeards about this special shout, see if they know anything about it. Sorry about that, I was reading a text. Alrighty, so we're going to talk to Arngeir because he's the only one that actually talks.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
So I'm going to ask, I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on Alduin's wall.
Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades just want to defeat Alduin, don't you?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you won't help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
So one of the...
Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So you can teach me the shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
What's so bad about Dragon Rend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
So if this shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
So Paarthurnax is their leader, and I haven't met him. So why haven't I met him yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
So how do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Alright, so I have to meet with the leader of the Greybeards, Paarthurnax, and he lives at the top of the mountain here, but they have to teach me a special shout to get to the top, because I guess the way is blocked. So we're going to go out here, and they will teach it to me. So we're just gonna walk. We'll wait for them to get their slow asses over here. And I just have to get up here, I think. This is where they teach me the shout. But yeah, the shout is called like Clear Skies or whatever, and it gets rid of like this blizzard thing over here. Because if you try and walk through it, it does damage. And you only use the shout in 2 instances, once here, and once right before you fight the last boss of the main storyline, Alduin.
We'll show you how to open the way. Look. Grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
So they teach me how to use it, so I don't have to waste any dragon souls on this stupid shout.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Alright, so they taught me that shout, so I have to equip it, and we gotta climb to the top of the mountain. How do I detect?
Look!
There we go. So yeah, so you just gotta run up this mountain. And, excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. You just cast this shout a couple times. Oops. Is this a vein? Some silver. Yeah, there's actually, so you get to the top of the mountain and you talk with Parthenax. You can actually get to the very tippy top of the mountain and there's like some secret stuff up there, so I'll show you guys that. I mean, it's probably not super secret anymore because this game's so old. Huh, there's a goat. I'll leave him alone. Yeah, see. You take a little bit of damage and when you touch that blizzard or whatever it is, the smoky, it doesn't even look like a blizzard, it just looks like smoke or something. Crossbow. I guess that stuns people if you hit them. So it's like kind of like Fusroda a little bit, with a faster cooldown, but it doesn't like the maximum level of Fusroda. Oops, can like really throw people. This only does like a little stagger effect. The cooldown is way quicker, I think. Get out of here, goat. Yeah, I hate ice ice wraiths. They're like so annoying. They like move very quickly and like awkwardly, and it's hard to hit them sometimes. I think I'm almost at the top. Maybe? I don't know. Well, to the part where I talked to Parthenax. So we'll talk to him. You talk for a few minutes, and then I'll try and climb to the very top of the mountain. Get some secret swag. I think that's it for the monsters. Apparently I touched it, but I was shouted it. I don't know. It doesn't do like crazy damage, but you can't just like run through it. So here's the top of the mountain. So you're like, oh shit, a dragon.
Drem Yolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
So I remember the first time I played this game, I was like, what? Oh, he's a dragon? That's cool. I'm gonna say, I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I need to learn the Dragon Wren shout. Can you teach me?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum, feel it it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Hrothgar waits.
So he teaches you a word from the fire breath shout.
You'll understand fire as the Dove do.
So I think I already have one word of fire breath. No, I don't. Well, I learned it, but I didn't use a soul on it. But he gives me one for free.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
Where the fuck's he going?
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
Can you teach me the dragon wren shout?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How did you know I came for a dragon wren?
Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
So how can I learn it?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I like this world. I don't want it to end.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokin. Would you stop the next world from being born?
I didn't come here to debate philosophy with you.
You have much to learn of the Dove, then. There is nothing else but philosophy to a Dova. It is no accident that we do battle with our Thum, our voices. There is no distinction between debate and combat to a dragon. Tinvak Loskra. For us, it is one and the same. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the world?
Dragons just like mountains, right?
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
Using the Dragon Wren shout, right?
Yes and no. Vik Nuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragon Wren shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
An Elder Scroll? What's that?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suryek.
So are you saying the ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
So how does any of this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Do you know where I can find an Elder Scroll?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
The lorekeeper at the College of Winterhold might know.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
So you can talk to him a little bit more.
Drem Yolok, greetings. Lok Thu.
But our next objective is we got to talk to our favorite guy, Urag, at the College of Winterhold, because he might know where we can find an Elder Scroll. But before we do that, I'm going to climb up to the very top of this mountain for some secret stuff. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm getting there. So close. Alright, so we're at the very top of the mountain. So there's a unique item right here called the Notched Pickaxe. And it's like a regular pickaxe, but it has a unique effect of raising the wielder's smithing abilities as well as doing 5 shock damage every time you hit an enemy with it. I don't really know, and I want to experiment with this. I don't really know what it means by raises the smithing ability. Like, I guess you just have a slight improvement to your smithing, like when you improve items and stuff. I don't know, but I never really paid attention to it, so I want to try, like, seeing what I can, like, upgrade an item to without it, and then equipping it and seeing if it actually does anything. But either way, I can get rid of my old pickaxe because this serves as a regular pickaxe as well. And there's also a couple ebony ores here and some other ore. And this stuff eventually respawns, so you can come back later and remine all this stuff. So there's some ebony, another ebony right here, and I think that's malachite over there. Which I might just make a bunch of arrows with it. I don't know how many. I think there's only 2 veins here. I don't know. Maybe it might be 3. Because glass arrows are better than elven. Alright, so that's it. So the view is pretty sweet from up here. You can see, like, so far. So yeah, it's pretty awesome up here. So we're gonna go to the college and just talk to Urag real quick. See what he has to say about finding an Elder Scroll. So we're going to go up to the library and see what he has to say. I think it's weird that he's not showing up as a quest marker.
I don't want. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection.
Okay,
it's going to stay pristine, understand?
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Could you tell me more about Elder Scrolls?
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, The Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price.
A price for what?
The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods.
Who wrote the Elder Scrolls?
It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad.
Okay, so do you have one that I could use?
Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
What about the Dragonborn?
What about? Wait, are you? Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
So he has he doesn't have an Elder Scroll, but he has a couple books about Elder Scrolls that he's going to show me. So maybe I can get an idea of where to find one.
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
So you read this one and it starts a the next quest. It's written by this guy called Septimus Cygnus, who used to be at the college, and it's just, if you read it, it's just like gibberish basically.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean
So
up
it says
yourself.
to ask him
I don't
about
want to
it.
see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
So this Ruminations book is incomprehensible.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where'd he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright. So we gotta find this guy, Septimus Cygnus. Because he might know where we can find an Elder Scroll. And this is actually, it's cool, it's like the part of the main quest line, but it's also a Daedric quest. You get a Daedric artifact for doing this. So he is up north of, in like the ice fields above the college. So we're just gonna head there real quick, and then I'm probably gonna pause the video there and then pick back up, and hopefully I remember to actually record this time. So yeah, if you run this way, he's not far from the college. Spoiler alert, he's not dead. Oh, a great courier. What does he
I've
want?
been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I have a letter here from Quintus Navale in Windhelm. He said it was urgent. A letter? Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
So I just got 2 letters. One from Quintus Navale. This one. So he's saying he's the guy that works for the old cranky dude in Windhelm that I got the white file for, and he's saying he did some research and he might be able to repair the cracked file, so he wants me to come see him. No, that's not the right. No. And then, whenever you get a mysterious letter from a friend, it always just tells you where you can find a random word of power. So every now and then you'll get them. I don't know who the friend is. I should look that up, see if there's like theories on who it is. It's probably just like Delphine or someone. But I don't know why she would call herself a friend. Like now, like I know who she is, so. But yeah, if you just kind of walk around the edge of the college, there's like a path down to the water. Oh shit. Yeah, so he's not too, Septimus Cygnus, he's not too far away from the college, just a kind of a short walk over this direction. So yeah, his you can see his cave right here. Some Horkers. Horkers are aggressive. They always attack you. I'm pretty sure there's a unique weapon that you get somewhere. It's like a unique mace, and it does like extra damage to Horkers or something. I think it's called like Horker's Bane or something like that, but it's like a club. It's funny, like you're clubbing a seal or something. They just drop. I don't think they. Yeah, these meat and tusks. I don't think they sell for too much, or any. Like the meat you can use for cooking, but I don't really do cooking. And the tusks, they sell for They say they sell for 15, but that's always at least half. So they sell for like 7. So yeah, so here's Septimus's hideout. So we're gonna go inside and talk to him and see what's up. But I'm gonna pause the video there, and we'll pick back up with this quest. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.